When I got here earlier today, I pulled up to the arena and every bone in my body was screaming at me to turn around and go home. But my brain told me to stay, and my gut told me that everybody here live deserved an explanation, so here I am. I said, since I stepped foot here in All Elite Wrestling, that I was gonna wrestle and give you my all until the wheels fell off. Because the last thing I ever wanted to feel, it was like I was letting any of you down. The last thing I ever wanted to do was leave you feeling disappointed. Every single time I've been in this ring in front of all of you has been a gift I never thought that I would be able to experience ever again. The bad news is I'm injured and I need surgery. A couple of things are broken. The biggest one is my heart, because I love nothing more than performing for all of you, and I wanted to go on one hell of a run.
Probably wasn't as clear as I should have been. I offered to relinquish the title, and Tony told me that under no certain circumstances was I allowed to do that.
Told you I was gonna go until the wheels fall off. Well, the wheels are still there. They haven't fallen off. It's just that one of them happens to be broken.
It means a lot to me that this place as a whole believes in me enough to let me just go get fixed.
I will come back bigger, faster, stronger, and hungrier than ever before. And God damn it, I will prove exactly why I am the best in the world.
The injury to CM Punk was horrible, not only because it took him out of action, but of course what it did to us at AEW, because he is one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling in the world. If you're Tony Khan and you're the president, you're the general manager, and you're trying to book matches, when you find out that CM Punk is not able to wrestle, then you have to kind of scramble. You don't have time to put a tournament on. As we went into Forbidden Door, it looked like it was going to be CM Punk and Tanahashi for the AEW World title. That will not be able to happen right now. So he had to really put the old thinking cap on and come up with something very quickly to lead to Forbidden Door. I don't think there's any question right now that Jon Moxley deserves to be ranked the #1 contender in AEW. And Jon Moxley is undefeated in singles competition. I think it has a lot of intrigue, and it makes the matches coming up on Dynamite, on TBS, at Independence, Missouri, even more important and more historic in many ways. And the same thing can be said of the Dominion event that New Japan Pro Wrestling has on Sunday, June 12th. It elevates both those events, and thus it's going to make for really an exciting run until the 26th of June.
Hangman Page had an incredible performance at Double or Nothing. It exemplified what it means to have the heart of a champion. And unfortunately for Hangman, he didn't lose the match because of a wrestling hold or just being outclassed. He lost the match and he lost the title because he engaged in a mental battle with himself. He was so dead set on destroying CM Punk and defending AEW from what Hangman perceives Punk to be, that it took him off of his game for just long enough for CM Punk to capitalize.
We just witnessed Hangman Adam Page have a crisis of conscience, and it cost him the biggest prize in our sport.
I think Hangman Adam Page during his title reign proved to all of us that he could be and is a guy that can not only hold on to the title for a long time, but be a great leader for the company. I thought at Double or Nothing, Hangman Adam Page had a great match. I thought he had a great game plan. He wrestled pretty much a perfect match. It just so happened that he lost. I think that he should feel very good about his performance. I think that he's taken the loss with dignity.
This run as AEW World Champion, totally along those lines of Hangman needing to continually prove to himself that he could hang with guys like Lance Archer or Bryan Danielson, that he had what it takes to represent this company on the world stage. I think everybody knew Hangman could do it, but Hangman just needed to show himself that he could. David Finlay is somebody that has pro wrestling in his blood. He is a fourth-generation pro wrestler. Not many in the world today can say that.
David Finlay, I know his father, Fit Finlay, very well, and I know how tough a kid he is and how well he is trained and the success he has had in New Japan Pro Wrestling, being a tag team champion with Juice Robinson and winning many titles in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's going to be a great match. And the key to this match is, can Hangman Adam Page bounce back?
David Finlay, not only does he have pro wrestling in his DNA, he has the New Japan Pro Wrestling pedigree, and that's a very potent combination.
That wrestling David Finlay is much different than wrestling CM Punk. David Finlay is very, very prolific in the strong style of wrestling. With his father being one of the toughest guys ever in Fit Finlay, he learned from him. He learned in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo in LA. So it's going to be a very, very different match for Hangman Adam Page coming up at Dynamite.
There's a lot more than interpromotional pride on the line in this matchup. It's not just New Japan Pro Wrestling versus AEW.
If you believe in momentum, I think a win by David Finlay over Hangman Adam Page would give him a lot of momentum, would give New Japan Pro Wrestling a lot of momentum heading to Forbidden Door.
This is really a test to see how Hangman Page is doing mentally, how he can recover from the crushing defeat at Double or Nothing, and how he can bounce back from losing the AEW World Championship.
Hey, Christopher, predictable as ever. You didn't think we knew you were gonna have one of your victory speeches, huh? Predictable as ever.
All right, that's enough. Shut it off. I know you all wanted to sing, but you don't deserve it tonight.
We wanted to hurt you. I wanted to hurt you where it hurts the most. Because punching you, beating you to a bloody pulp, you can heal from all that. But the one thing you hold above else is your vanity.
Oh, but wait, Ortiz got the mad ball right between the eyes.
What's he got? Scissors. He's got scissors in the air. You stupid son of a bitch! You cut my hair!
You think this is over? You think Anarchy in the Arena was it? Huh? You think that was it?
You want blood and guts? I want Jericho versus Ortiz. Hair versus hair.
Every chance we get on site, Christopher. Your hair. I'm taking it all. It's coming home with me.